In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can use algebra to determine if a coordinate or a point is on a line when you're given the equation for that line. So here's an example. Is the point 1, 3 on the line y equals 2x plus 1? This is the equation for a line, and we're given this point. So let's take a look at the steps. The first thing we want to do is correctly identify the x and y values from the coordinate. So we remember that the first part of the coordinate is x and the second part is y. So that means for 1, 3, x equals 1 and y equals 3. Next, we want to substitute those values of x and y into the equation for the line. That would look like this. We've replaced y with 3, and we replaced x with 1. Now, it frequently works out this way that the way we think about x first and y second, when we substitute, the y is going to come first, and usually the x is going to come second. So just keep that in mind. Now, next, we want to evaluate, simplify this to see if it's true. We get 3 equals 3. We've done this before. We use those x and y values to determine whether the equation is true. If it's true like this, 3 does equal 3, then we know, yes, the point is on the line. If we got something where both sides are not the same, that would indicate that the point is not on the line. Now, this isn't a realistic type of question that you might see on an exam because it's really a true or false kind of question. So let's look at a few examples where we can use this same technique to solve different kinds of problems. This is the first example I want to go through. Which point is on the line? So instead of evaluating one point, we've been given 4 points to work with, and we just have to figure out which one it is. So we basically are going to do the same thing for each point in turn. Now, it's really difficult to guess at what the solution here is. So I would say just work your way through this list, remembering that it is x, y. Now, I'm going to go through here and substitute into this equation. Y is 6, x is 1, and we just determine, is that true? So we simplify this right-hand side. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So in that case, we get 6 equals 5. That's not true. We can rule out answer A. Let's move on to B. Y is 11 is equal to 3 times 3 plus 2. This would simplify to 11 equals 9 plus 2, which is 11 equals 11. That's what we were looking for. There's our answer. We don't have to worry about C and D once we find the correct answer. So that's one form of a question. The next one is sort of the opposite of that, where we're given a point and we have to find the equation. The process is really similar in that now we're just going to substitute a 5 for x and a 2 for y into each one of these equations until we find our answer. So y is 2, 5 times 5 plus 2. We simplify that right-hand side. We get 2 is equal to 25 plus 2. We can see that that's not going to be true. 2 is not equal to 27. We can rule out answer A. Let's do the same thing with B. 2 is equal to 2 times 5 plus 2. 2 is equal to 10 plus 2. 2 is not equal to 12. Move on to C. Sometimes you have to take your time and be patient. You might have to go through all of the answers. So now we have 2 is equal to 2 times 5 minus 8. Notice that we've substituted 2 for y in every case. We've substituted 5 for x in every case. This time we get 2 is equal to 10 minus 8. 2 equals 2. That's the answer that we were looking for. Okay, that was a quick video. I hope that was helpful in understanding how that process of using algebra to determine if a point is on the line could be helpful for solving problems like this. Now it's time for some practice on your own.